Once there lived a poor farmer on a mountain valley. He spent all he had for cultivating wheat in a small plot of land. The crop grew and was ready for the harvesting. He decided to harvest the crop next morning, but that very night there was a heavy rain with hailstones. The entire crop was destroyed. He looked at the devastated farm and was heartbroken. After some time, he took a pen and a paper and wrote a letter. He wrote as follows: I am poor. I have no one to support for my daily living. I sowed wheat in my little farm, which costed me my entire savings. But when it was ready for harvesting, rain and hailstones destroyed my crop. Now, I have no means of living. I need some money to recultivate my farm. So, please send me some money for the cause. He folded the letter, put it in an envelope, and wrote on it with big letters, "To God." And he posted the letter in the nearby post office. After a few days, he got the money by the post. Take note, he was neither surprised nor overwhelmed, for he knew that he would get it. Dearly beloved in Jesus Christ, a similar situation is depicted in today's Gospel. The disciples in the boat experienced a natural calamity as narrated in the story above. But the difference is, the disciples in the Gospel cried out for life, whereas the farmer demanded for life in faith. Today, we are entering into the 12th Sunday of the ordinary season. The Gospel of the day narrates the episode of Jesus rebuking the sea. When we look deep into the narration, we understand two important notions for our Christian living. First, God is all powerful, who is master of everything that exists. Secondly, it helps us to examine our faith in Jesus Christ. The disciples witnessed Jesus performing so many miracles. Secondly, most of the disciples were fishermen by trade. They might have experienced wild sea for so many times. Again, it is obvious that all of them must have been very expert swimmers. Despite all these facts, they cried out for life. This is because they have forgotten that they have Jesus, who is all powerful and omnipotent. The second reason is they lacked faith. Today's first reading is taken from the book of Job, chapter 38. Here, God responds to Job for his long discourse of self-defense. God enlightens Job about his mighty power employed in mighty forces of the cosmos. In this, we are reminded of the omnipotent God to whom everything that exists must surrender. He can do all things that is absolutely impossible to human thinking. He fixes the boundaries of the mighty waves of the sea, makes garments for the clouds. Book of Job, chapter 38, verses 8 and 9. He determines the number of the stars and gives to them their names. Psalms 147:4. He can quench devouring fire. Book of Daniel, chapter 3. He shows directions to the wind, even he is master over death. The disciples in the boat failed to recognize the presence of this mighty God with them. Consequently, they were terrified. Therefore, let us not forget our God who can do away with all our odds. Secondly, the episode vividly points to the lack of faith from the part of the disciples. The disciples had seen Jesus performing so many miracles, yet they needed another proof to increase their faith in Jesus. Traditionally, faith is defined as leap into darkness. But we need to understand with what attitude we take this leap. Some of us will take this leap saying, "Let anything happen." But very few of us will take this leap saying, "Nothing wrong will befall me." Note, the second stand is faith and the first one is taking chance. Therefore, the complete definition of faith should be a leap into darkness with the attitude that nothing bad will befall me. Therefore, there is no option in faith but only certainty. Another important notion in faith is it should not make one lethargic because God takes care of all those who have strong faith in Him. Faith in God, coupled with hard work, forms fullness of human life. Remember, even Jesus Himself worked. It does not mean that He had no faith in His Father. We often hear people say faith can move mountains. But remember, never without your efforts. That's why Billy Cox, an American musician and author, would say, quote unquote, "Don't ask God to move mountains unless you are willing to take a shovel." Hence, faith in God and human effort should go hand in hand. Therefore, in conclusion, today's Liturgy of the Word teaches us two important things. First, our God is all powerful who eases all our human circumstances. Second, in faith, there is no choice, only certainty. Let God bless all of us.